Salute and thank you, Nerd Soul. Yeah, late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go, man. Look, Animeish, we having a good time. Everybody's chilling, everybody's laid back, relaxing, enjoying their animated features and shows and all that good stuff. But we ain't by ourselves. Nah. I got Coop himself. All right here on the line. The man, the myth, the legend. What's up?
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? This podcast will be on the Blurters platform. We're here to talk some anime. We finally get back into the swing of things because we had some actual good Western stuff. But we got to come bring it back to do our weekly anime look in because it's just too
Yeah,
much to enjoy.
there's way too much because I think isn't Love, Death, Robots out, and I haven't even peeped that
Ooh,
yet.
I
I think
don't
that's out. It might not
think
be
it's
out. I
out
might. It might not be out.
yet. It might be this weekend.
Oh, okay, cool. If this is weekend, I could catch up, but I still got to watch Moonrise and all that stuff. But anyway, on to the next young brother we got. All right, that's right, Mark Dub, aka Lambo Maserati. What's up?
Lambo Maserati. Knife wounds and bullet holes through my body. Hey, y'all. It's good.
All right, I want to start off by saying thank you to Mr. Cooper.
Okay.
Mr. Cooper, a long time ago, there was a TV show. Now I was just like, nah, man, this ain't it. I don't like it. I ain't feeling it. And Coop was like, give it another chance. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't.
That's
I
about
can't.
every
I
show
can't do it.
we give to
That's
you.
not every show. Not like this one. Not like this one.
Okay, I can't
You went back
recall.
and forth for a long time, texting and stuff. All and you was like, give it a shot. So I was like, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Fire Force, of course.
I gave it a shot.
I don't know why it took
Fire
that
Force.
long, but sure.
But boy, King Arthur, come on! Did you come on?
It,
My boy was like,
I
yo,
just
man,
I'm with you. I'm with you because I watched it. I always do a
bruh,
rewatch through
we
other
here now.
channels. It was excellent. First
And
of
then
all, if I get,
you got Shira facing down Burns.
I
He
mean,
like, man,
Mike,
come on,
I know
here.
what you like.
we
Everything
here now.
in this one episode is a microcosm of what you like.
Yo,
I don't know why
man,
you be playing with
he
me.
came in with just the sword swipe cloud. Then the dude was like, I ain't no human. I'm better than everybody. Did you see him? Did you see him leave? Did you see him falter? Nah, he didn't. And then we see the captain, they tried to put a bug in him. He hit him with the super hard muscle. It's like, yo,
That
man, this
was the
episode is sweet.
most ridiculous thing that I love.
It was
No,
perfect.
it was
perfect.
ridiculous in a great anime way because I love Captain Obi. I love Captain Obi. That's one of when you talk about senpai characters, he's dope because
Yeah, he
this
is.
he's a kind of a everyday man, but he's like, all right, I ain't got no superpowers like y'all, but my body is gonna be so
Yo,
tough. It's gonna
his
be
body is
stiff.
mad ripped.
Bro, he had a whole flex off Olympic
Cause he
weightlifting
gotta
flex.
make the muscle strong so the bugs can't bite him.
That
And then
is
everybody cheering him on. I was like, man, this is hilarious.
no, hey man, Captain the lieutenant, man. You can't have a better number two than the lieutenant. She was like, cheer him on now. To get
Yo,
to
man, that's all I had to say. This show is it's dope. They ending this show right, man. They keep this momentum. This will be a fire way to end the series. Yo, man, I'm happy that I'm watching this show. This show is giving me everything I need from it right now. So I'm
okay.
pleased.
So now that we have done at least about 3 solid shows, and I told you that this show is dope. Can you give us some slack? Like, come on, man, you gotta give us slack going forward.
At the beginning of every season, I still got to be like, I ain't watching this.
I don't know why. Why?
Like To Be
Like,
Hero X is no To Be Hero X. I like the trailer, so that one doesn't really count because I already thought the trailer looked kind of cool. So maybe that one doesn't count. But
I'm just
I
trying to say
always have to
that
say that I don't like something at first, and then I'll be like,
you
I like it.
I need you to know that, okay, yes, Japanese trailers have gotten better to some of our Western tastes depending on the
Yeah,
subject matter, but they do cut trailers that may not fit the mic standard or the mic sensibility. So it's like you got to kind of dig into it. The trailers are going to sometimes be piddly poo. I get it.
Yeah,
And it's
true that.
like, but and I don't mind foreign, the non-English trailer. In fact, I do not watch English trailers because if I can like it in Japanese and I can tolerate it, then I'll be able to tolerate it probably any which
My
way, vice
the
versa.
weebification of that we should
The
make a movie
weebification
or
of Coop.
horror movies called The Weebification of Keith Cooper.
I'm just saying, look, I done got because the only reason why, because nothing comes out fast in English no more. The only ones that do
We
come
got
out, unless it's a special Netflix co-produced or co-agreement, or it's like a Adult Swim thing. If it ain't something special like that, it does not come out on
what
time
we
to do the
have. We
show.
have
It doesn't. You're absolutely correct.
It don't
To
even
Be
come
Hero
close.
X and Lazarus and
Lazarus
G-Quux,
is
I
the only
think, are the only ones that are
Lazarus the
dropping.
only one that drops that I know for certain, and Dan to Dan, and even Dan to Dan, I get it a little bit, like a few hours earlier, depending on with service. But Dan to Dan is like the only two things lately that I watch that's going to be in English that I can watch in English. But I watch Dan to Dan in both
Okay.
languages because it's cuckoo, it's nuts in both languages, and I love it. It just adds more in both languages. But and shout out to and also Dan and Dan, the voice character is black, the American version. But
Oh, word.
but yeah, just as far as Lazarus, that's just made kind of Watanabe like, look, man, he got love for Adult Swim and for the American, clearly
He
American
he know
audience.
he know
but
what
yeah.
he know what the deal is. He
But
he give us some love.
Fire Force, I can't even imagine what it's. I think I tried it in English once, but I like it. It's
Well,
that
see, I pretty much only know the English version except now because when I went back, the English was all available, so I just watched it in English. Now I have to watch the Japanese version because they don't have it available, but it's still enjoyable. I still love the show. Like I'm so hyped,
yeah,
man.
Arthur
When
and
Arthur
his
he didn't back down, I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's he got the glow. He got the glow
he,
now. You know
he
what I'm saying?
kind
He
of
ain't running. Right.
well. I do think okay. Well, we last seen Arthur's kind of toe up.
Well, yeah, but I think that's how anime does when it seemed like the hero down and he get that second wind. I think that's what they're gearing up for.
Well, Arthur is straightforward. He ain't nuanced enough to go through the whole rigmarole. Is either you're a dragon, I'm a knight, and I think his spirit or whatever that ignites those flames will just kick in more. I think he's gonna do.
Yeah, he gonna get that second wind where he gonna be like,
Shout out to somebody
"You
who
got me
made
down."
this reference, but have any of y'all seen Yu Yu Hakusho?
I haven't.
No, not in. I've only
see.
seen the movie. I haven't seen the series.
Well, don't worry about that movie. The series is what is that? But the big moment in the Dark Tournament is where Kuwabara. I keep mentioning Kuwabara because that's one of my favorites. Period.
Yeah.
Where he does the spirit sword get long and he turned into a giant fly swatter because he used to have to manifest his sword through like an object that would manifest his spirit power. I know this ain't spirit power because it's something else, whatever, blah blah blah. But it's kind of
still an
similar.
item that you kind of focus your power through. So it's
And
still,
he no
it's
longer
all good.
he no longer needs it. Like after that, he was like, all right, I no longer need it, and then he could just focus it. I think Arthur is about to blow it out of his arm. He's like, all right,
you, man. I'm telling you, he about to get that second win. That's why when he was on the ground, I was like, I ain't even tripping. Because next episode, he gonna get that second win. He gonna be like, put his hand on the ground, put the other hand, push himself up. He gonna stand in front of him. It's gonna be like when he put the shield on, and everybody was coming. He was like, I do this all day. I'm like, man, come on, Arthur, man, look.
I was hoping he was gonna slash the mouth.
Proud.
Because if this was what you call it, what's my favorite mouse show? Amazon. Help me out. The Dungeons and Dragons joint.
Oh, Vox.
Yeah,
Vox
you cut
Machina.
cause they cut the dragon's mouth. They were blowing everything up. So maybe you got to cut the mouth. I don't know. I think he just. I thought
we were gonna get. For a second, I thought we was gonna get some Ninja Scroll type stuff. Where it was like, are you hard all over your body? And he threw that kunai in his eye. I was like, are we gonna get a scene like that? But of course, you know what I'm saying? I know this is Fire Force, so I get it.
Fire Force ain't that bloody. Vigilante. That's movie 80s blood, 90s blood.
Oh
But
yeah, they had a whole blood budget.
yeah, that's a whole different thing. You know, that's horror type
Yeah.
levels of
Shouts and Ninja Scroll.
gore.
The
But
only the movie, only the first one. The other stuff, y'all can miss me with that. But the movie, the first one, we there. That's all I'm gonna say. First one, that's it. Now, I don't know about nothing else. But from Joker hitting us with the Gambit style, like man, Shinra going straight forward, straight through Burns. Well, not really through him, but he got him with that ankle, that heel drop kick to the back of the head. Like, look, the seeing the youngsters grow up.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I don't know. Depending on how long this go, I don't think Shinra is going to beat Burns by himself.
No, I'm not expecting him to beat Burns by himself. He's already up there with Joker, but just the fact that you see someone at his level not backing down against someone like Burns.
I mean,
that lets me know that both of these young men they're coming up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Shinra,
they ain't running no more. They ain't boys no more.
Never ran because he was always trying to find his brother, and Burns knew it. Burns was always kind of shady, funny style with that. It's like, I don't know if Burns, I can't say he's evil, but he's a zealot. This is religion gone wrong for him. And it's like, hey, in his mind, I've seen the voice, I've seen the image of God. I ain't question it.
Yeah.
If that means destroying you or whatever, and for whatever reason, we're going to burn this earth. Like, okay, no. How about not? Let's not do that.
You could just like not burn the earth down.
Like, we don't need this great cataclysm that you're talking about, bro. But I don't know. I'm just ready for Benny to come back, because Benny gonna come back.
He gonna come through.
I wonder if he gonna have to, because I feel like him and Burns about what and what. But then again, Benny might be strong. Like Benny don't really show you how strong he is because he ain't really had to.
Benny might be able to take Burns because we've never really seen either of them full all out yet.
I mean, Benny would just.
But I know if both of them go full all out, y'all need to clear like the next say 10 miles or so just in case.
Destroy that underground base and all them high level things, and he did not break a sweat. He blows up his town in celebration of his friends, and it does not take much for him to do. They just take boomsticks, set them on fire, and blow all this up, and then rebuild it.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay. So
and they be proud of it too.
Man, look, they wear the little traditional garb. The dudes are not to be messed with. He's like, this is my town. This is how we get down over here. This is what happens when the Windbreaker kids grow up and give them fire powers.
Wow.
Because that's what it is. They just like, look, they kind of like thugs, but it ain't really.
They're kind of like thugs.
They kind of like, because they wear that. I'm telling you, it's like either they're martial.
Not thugs.
They definitely. Well, you know what I'm saying? They like, I ain't gonna say they're Yakuza, but they like traditional. This is it. And the Empire couldn't mess with Benny because he's the strongest. So they let him have his town. It's like, all right, I'll be a firefighter. I'll be one of the captains. Leave me the hell alone.
Just let me have mine and get out of my way.
I will do what I need to do over here.
All right, well, I'll keep it moving on. What's something that you peeped out today, Coop? Or peeped out this week, sorry.
I would say this week. Let's get to some My Hero Vigilantes, man.
Oh.
So, all right.
Okay. I want to say this one thing, and I'll let you go.
All right.
This episode, well, I guess the most recent episode, because we're sort of covering two, but number 5 made me yell out at my TV because Pop Step is scolding the crawler about something in the refrigerator, saying that he needs to put his name on things, and I'm like, it's his house. Like, what do you mean? No, this is my house.
Yeah, but part of that, Mike, is
bruh.
Like
I was doing something and it was on, and I was like, it's
outrageous.
Okay,
like they have appropriated that man's crib.
I mean, we talking about him. I mean, next year you turn around and here come Freaky Fist Grandpa, aka Knuckle Duster, just be like, "Hey, what up, man? I got a beer. Let me take this beer." So I
He,
mean,
But
who?
at least he
he in
ain't
the
telling
man
him to write
house.
his
He ain't
name
got
on
no
stuff.
shirt on.
Like,
He got
bruh,
an undershirt
it
on.
went too
Like,
far when she said put your name on it. I was like, oh no, you didn't.
I mean,
You know what? She
don't.
as bad as the
yeah.
lady in Zom 100 that asked Akira to go get some toilet paper, and then she said like, can it make it 2 ply? It's like first thing you gonna get what I give you, all right? Because I'm the one walking this apocalyptic wasteland for you. All right.
I
So
am
how
not
about you be appreciative?
going to worry about it that much. I mean, it's for jokes. I mean,
Oh, man. But
it's for
anyway, go
jokes.
ahead. Vigilantes, go
But
ahead.
4 and 5, I mean, we got to know I hate to be that guy. I have read so far ahead. Y'all
See,
gonna love. Look, it's worth it. I don't care. Like I'm reading
spoil
it
king
as
over
it's
here.
animated is great. I ain't spoiling nothing. All I'm
All
gonna
right,
say is
cool,
that
cool.
the bee lady is it's gonna be an interesting
Uh oh.
twist. I mean, you met her, like you know what she's doing.
Yeah,
Like
but
she's
just be
a
careful.
part of the problem, but it's gonna be so much more. But yet it's self-contained. That's what's when this like that's why I say, hey, when you start watching this, yes, it's not gonna deal with like they're not gonna really leave the neighborhood at all or
Yeah,
anything,
you
but
don't
it's
need
so
to. They
much.
got their own issues going on here, so they
But
be
this
alright.
neighborhood is basically kind of just shady, even though it's like bustling, but it's not like the proper part of Tokyo. It's like half a lot of it's forgotten. So you got like that side of town where you got empty warehouses and people like
Yeah,
don't go
a
over
whole
there,
bunch of vagrants and stuff.
so
People outside just because they
drugs.
outside. You know
I
what I'm
mean
saying?
drugs, tons of drugs.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
got
It's
a lot
like
of trapping. So
like Arcatron. Shouts out to Arcatron. He said when you somewhere and you see people outside, but they don't look like they're going nowhere.
bruh, leave.
that,
Like
that is a very good description, Art.
Like
they
they
are
ain't going nowhere. They're just
they home.
outside.
They
They just
all home.
outside.
Just outside.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hey,
they waiting on you to join the party.
hey, when they describe outside as an activity, what y'all doing? Oh, we outside.
Oh, we
Yeah,
outside.
don't go there.
Hey man, the only time I had fun being outside was on a college campus, and even then, that was still somewhat iffy. But but at least it was a little more
I
self-contained.
mean, I mean, we were putting our life on the line. We just didn't really recognize that.
Sometimes, Southern, I had, shout out to Southern. It was like an outside, little block party, just impromptu,
Well,
you
see,
know.
if it's an actual event, it's different because you're going to an
Oh no, no,
event.
no, no. This ain't
But
no. This wasn't no. I mean, this was just like we
oh,
bored.
somebody just pulled over and turned on some music, and everybody was like,
We
"All right."
we all it's hot. It's that time of the year. People just like, look, it ain't cold. As soon as the little bit of cold air we had, leave. People just out. It's spring. People just
Mhm.
out. They active, as they say now. They just active.
Ah,
You might want to
They
holler
mm.
at
just act.
something. People outside doing the Josephine Johnny. Shout out to Josephine. Like literally with like side note with Josephine Johnny. A lot of people have heard that dance. Beyonce made it popular before he passed away. Josephine Johnny. I actually kind of met Josephine Johnny. You can't miss him when you saw him on Bourbon Street of all places. It was ridiculous. Because he used to wear like a
Josephine Johnny,
championship
Lord
belt.
have
He
mercy.
would pop up on Southern Campus, so it was a popular dance. Just look it up, y'all. But it just like people was outside doing that. But
I met
yeah,
him, Coop. I met him because one of my compatriots in the rap game actually had like an active beef, and they kind of were
oh
going
wow,
back and forth on records.
Wow.
which it just
Like,
was.
and
It was a time.
I told my friend, I was like, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's a good look to be beefing with Josephine Johnny. Josephine Johnny he is about his dance.
Yeah, he about his
That's it.
paper, and some of the most. People talk about it's rough now and stuff could be said now. I mean, look, if you know the lyrics to the song, even the unclean version, now you cannot say some of those. You just cannot really say some of them things
Mm.
today. I mean, you can, but it's so ridiculous how people say it. Him and Fifth Ward Weeby say some of the craziest stuff
Man,
in
shout
about
out to
songs.
Fifth Ward Weeby, rest
They
in
both
peace.
they both
Hey,
gone, but
Coop, I was supposed to do a song with Fifth Ward Weeby and
bruh, I know I'm rabbit
And Box,
holing,
bro.
but one of my best
Boxley.
moments in my life was Fifth Ward Weeby and Juvenile in Lafayette. We were like this was just a club stage, so they like right, everybody's right up on each other. And I ain't gonna say, he was bouncing off the stage, all of them, and that was when they had that. Let me find out. They ain't stopped bouncing until the end of the night. I done talked to Juvenile, everything. Juvenile, cool as hell. He just like, hey, what up? But
Yeah,
anyway,
he
yeah,
very
man.
cool. I've been around him in a couple times, and he's very low key. He not a wild dude. He don't
There's
say
never been a bad time when Juvenile has popped up anywhere in the same room with me. It's been some of the best moments of my life, best concert moments. And I'm keeping it PG. You know what they was about. You figure it out. But anyway, but yeah, man. The 4 and 5 has been excellent. It keeps ramping up.
Hey, we find out that Pop Step been crushing on the Crawler since she was a little girl.
And the Crawler, man. Man, put respect on that main name that nobody else does.
I like the Crawler. I like Crawler.
But I like how
he is a Crawler. You absolutely right.
I love that
he's on that man name.
A All Might fan, and he got his hoodies in order. And I mean, I know you like harping on some things, Mike, but she was going to confess to him, or at least confess about the thing. But when Knuckle Duster pop up, I'll feel awkward too, doing anything in front of Knuckle Duster. I mean, they still don't really know that man like that. What the hell he do? He just come and go with the wind blow.
All we know is he be training though. He did try to train him up.
I mean,
he did try to train him up.
Yeah,
I mean, he's gonna always.
He was putting hands on him.
Well, I mean, that's the only way. That's the only way you could kind of, you gotta
I've
kind
trained
of do
in
that.
martial arts, Mike. As have you.
Maybe not that rough.
The good thing is that I know you like your training, but I do like what he said to kind of put a kibosh on the training.
I don't think you're wrong, Mike. I have gotten beaten on in training.
But what did Coach? He said, "Hey, I don't know if fighting is gonna be my thing." He's like, "Cool, yeah, you find a way to train your way." But as you see each episode,
you'll find your way out.
He's gonna keep doing something new now that he has his confidence getting back, and you'll see what you'll learn in the future. If it's not this season, it'll be season 2. Why his confidence was shaken, but it's just good to know that he always wanted to be a hero, and unfortunately, how many of us in life have been in the wrong place, wrong time, and he got hurt and lost his chance by doing the right thing, and you feel for that kid.
He lost his chance to test to be a hero by being a hero.
By doing something heroic. It's so ironic.
I wish somebody would just. All I ask is by the end of this series, whether I'm reading or whatever they show, I just want the man to get a proper sidekick job. He ain't got to be a solo hero. Just get that man be a paid sidekick. He done did more work than a lot of these bum sidekicks.
True that. But before you go further, I want to give a shout out. We got Gamma in the spot, so shouts out to Gamma Ray. Gamma Ray, tell him what's up. Say hey to the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Gamma Ray Cosplay, Ray by day, cosplayer by night, and as you know, full-time mother to the future king of the pirates. Just put him down to sleep.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Oh, speaking of, have you seen Vigilantes this week, or I guess last week now, or earlier this week?
I think I'm gonna kind of do what you recommend. Like, I'm gonna watch it dub, but I'm just gonna wait till all the episodes.
Well, the good thing is the dub comes out relatively quick for Vigilantes. The dub is usually there, at least with my sources, it's usually there like 2 days later. So it's not a situation where you gotta wait 3-4 weeks for the dub to come through. You know what I'm saying? It's relatively quick. So that's a good thing, in my opinion. Because I've been enjoying the dub. I've been watching the dubbed.
I knew I was gonna like
As have
this.
I.
I really knew I was gonna like this show. I thought I was gonna be tuning in for Knuckle Duster, but now that I know that Kochi is really the heart of it, him and Pop Step,
Mm, yeah.
and I really love this twist. Like it was reading it because when you read it, you can't see that the so-called little boy that he thought that was. You can't see the hair isn't colored, so you don't like. Oh, I didn't even understand. It's like, wait, but that's her. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was
And of
like, hold on,
course,
what?
now, of course, when they animate it, they probably make it a little bit easier to tell that it's her,
Mm,
because of one pink hair. But it's like okay, and he thinking that was like one day, I'm gonna look up as I'm in my business suit. I like that he's still looking at himself as successful. He's like,
like
I
one
helped
day,
that.
I
They're
helped
gonna
that gentleman.
that hero is gonna think of me and blah blah. I like that he thinks like that. I know people
Yo, you
think
know
that's
what?
being
Shouts out
sappy,
to him for that.
but it's like he said that's enough for me. It's like I know, like y'all, the message of what Kochi is telling you now. Yeah, he has his insecurities because he's 19 or 20, college freshman, but he's self-aware enough to be like, hey man, I ain't got to. I know I'm not gonna be All Might. Like I'm not gonna be, you know, when you see meet a monster like Todoroki and Bakugo, I can't be that. But have I left a good mark on society? Have I done my best, even though I'm kind of doing it illegally? But am I still not waiting around for the police to come to an area they don't really care about? You know, they
Yeah,
don't care about this. This is our
they don't really
neighborhood.
care about us.
Like, and it's like a reoccurring thing. They say the police takes a while for the police to get here. Now the
Hmm.
heroes, for jokes. This is the parodies whenever they want to pop up. But I do like that the hero that seems to be the most consistent in this is going to be Eraserhead, because he kind of almost gray, and at this point in his life, he's not a teacher. Just to
Got
throw that in
got a
there.
little bit of love from Ingenium. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
so Ingenium just seeing he too much of a dweeb to be in the city, the real darkness.
But I mean, he gave us, he gave us a little insight, or gave Crawler some insight. So I was like, that's
He
nice. That's
did. He
nice.
gave great insight, but I don't like that he had to take that card back. I was like, man,
Oh,
come on.
he was like,
That was.
thank
I
you.
get it. I get it, because you can't hire, if you're a pharmaceutical, you can't go hire a street dealer, street pharmacist to be on your team, so you can't go hire
Like, thank
illegal
you.
hero. But I'm just like, can you help this man get his life? Like, can you at least let him get can you do something, bruh? Do
Mm.
something, Ingenium.
Oh
Come on,
yeah,
man.
we also got introduced to, I guess, Judgment. I can't remember what his real name is, but essentially Judgment. We got introduced to him, so we got a little something going on. We got mixings,
He has a
even
very
to
cool
the
design.
point where the girl, the B girl, was like,
Queen
oh,
Bee.
who's this guy? So we
Y'all,
got we
I
got
ain't
some
gonna
stuff.
say
We got some
nothing.
stuff cooking.
Fascinated,
I ain't
right?
gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just say the next few episodes gonna be really
Oh,
damn. They gonna be really
oh
good.
boy,
They gonna be really, really good.
Coop be sitting there like, I want to spoil it so bad.
I just say it's gonna be. Do not miss the next few episodes, because this is
All
gonna
right,
lead into like this is about to be the mini arc before the big end of the season.
okay,
Like
okay.
it's definitely about to pick up, you know.
All right, word.
And just
Well,
Knuckle Duster plays a very important part.
okay, all right. And I mean, he's got his due, especially in these episodes. So I kudos to him too, especially on the slipping the jab and stuff. He was slipping the jab in a scary way, but
Bruh.
that's
All I
ooh,
know is
like I mean, I've done jab slipping drills, but boy, that joint was like
I
scrubbing
just
his face. Ooh.
want two things before the end of this season. And I mean end of this series. I
Mhm.
know it's gonna take a while. I want Kochi to have to get made whole to be at least a low level sidekick. He ain't got to be a high level sidekick. I want him to have a sidekick job,
All right,
and I want once Pop is, I don't know, I guess she's about 16, 19. So when she get a little older, I
yeah,
do
because
want
we don't know
them
how old she. I thought they were the same age, but he
no.
say I'm like Japan, like
All right.
y'all
To
need
be
to stop
fair,
representing people like they on the same level and stuff.
what
Because
they
I
have
was
done,
assuming they were both adults because
No.
I don't know. She doesn't have to go home to her parents, but of course, this is animation. Who needs
Well,
parents?
technically,
They just
she
give parents the
do.
Disney treatment. They be like, they ain't, don't worry about
I'll
them. They
say
either
this:
dead or they gone.
Pop is kind of like similar to what's his name in Dan to Dan. We don't know nothing about him. They have only in the book
It's
so
like he an
far.
orphan.
They
What's going
only
on?
mention one thing that I don't think her parents like. I think her mom is stickler, and I don't know if her dad is around. So we don't know nothing other than she's in high school.
Got you.
That's it. So it's like, long as you come back or you out studying, but she is very studious. Because she is smart.
Point.
She
Good
is
point.
smart. And she just goes to his house and study. I just like, I'm thinking the ages are anywhere from 16 to 19 right now. So at the end of the series, when they both adults, I would like to see them together when they're adults. Like,
That'd be
even
dope.
though
That'd
I
be
know
dope.
she wants to confess now, she's a little immature and she should not do it. Because he's 19, 16.
Yeah.
just let's
Especially
push
since
that out.
I mean he's 19. Why isn't he bald already? Like anyway, I'm gonna throw it to Gamma. Gamma, what you been watching? And oh, Gamma, I looked up the beginning after the end. I haven't started it yet, but I'm gonna watch some. I'm gonna see how I feel. Next week I'll be able to let you know something. But Gamma, what you been watching? What you been watching?
So I was able to do a good little binge this weekend. I caught up on some shows and I
Okay.
started some new ones. So first, I'm just gonna kind of run through some of the old stuff that I caught up on. So I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with Black Butler. I don't really got a
Okay.
chance to catch up on that because I think they came out with
Black
a new.
Butler. I'm assuming the Butler isn't black though.
No, but he
Mm.
dresses in all black.
Black
Really,
as in dark,
It's as close as we gonna get, y'all.
yeah, yeah. It's just yeah, that's pretty much it. But no, it's a really cool anime. I mean, it's unfortunate it's young, so it takes place in like the 1800s London.
Hmm.
This young, I think he's like 10 or 12-year-old boy. His family was murdered, and he was
Dang.
kidnapped and used as like some kind of like crazy satanic ritual. And on his deathbed, he screamed for help for some demon to help him to exact revenge. And
Oh.
the demon that he named Sebastian listened and answered and agreed to serve him as long as he lives and to keep him safe. And once he dies, he collects his soul, and it's going to be the most corrupt soul possible because he's helping him exact revenge. So it's really cool. You see him go
Okay.
through different challenges and different villains, different crazy characters. One of my favorite things, well, essentially he's the Queen's, because I think it's Queen Victoria. I think Queen Victoria. The Queen's guard dog. So any kind of like underhanded, kind of like behind the scenes, that secret agency that was a B. Pretty much he's like the B613 for Queen Victoria. Scandal reference for those listening. And so he does all the dirty work for her when he needs it, when she needs something investigated, something affecting London. But one of the things I really kind of liked about this show is how they portrayed, which I found funny, the Grim Reaper. Because in this world, like obviously magic, lore, demons, hell, angels, all that kind of exists, and obviously death exists. And the Grim Reaper is an occupation. So all the Grim Reapers, they wear glasses, and their sights that they use are gardening tools. So the main Grim Reaper, Grail, his sight is a chainsaw. One of the other ones is a lawnmower. The other one,
right.
his is like whatever that tool is to like clip branches from trees. It's hilarious.
Oh, like the it's like a long version of a lopper.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes. So and it's been out for a while. It's in its fourth season. It's had a couple of OVAs.
Fourth season? Hold on, what is this again? Let me.
Black
Yes.
Butler. How do y'all not know
Also-
about Black
Oh,
Butler?
I know about it. I just never really got into it. It's one of those things that had like long delays in between.
It's a perfect mix. I was the same way, Cool. That's why I had fell off, but I was like, oh, it's dubbed. It's probably, you know, up on its fourth season. So it was a good
Who'd have thunk
binge.
it?
Didn't
And
it come
I
out
enjoyed
at
it.
kind of like the end of Bleach? So it's kind of like it's an Adult Swim throwback a little bit,
Oh,
almost at the end.
word.
It can't
Okay.
it pops up on like him and Black Butler and Blue Exorcist is one of those things that kind of like
Oh, snap. I forgot
cross
about Blue
cross
Exorcist.
around in the same. More than likely, if you like one of them, you like the other.
I
Like
forgot
that's
about
gonna,
Blue Exorcist.
the
Yes.
Like, I
golf
never really
kids,
watched it, but I
Compared-
remember seeing it all the time.
the
I
golf
definitely
emo
compared.
kids are definitely watching both of those.
Yeah, it's a good show. I think Mike, I think you would like it. It's a good binge. Like I said, it's dubbed.
All
It
right.
has like a, you know, there's always, it starts off with the core story, but it has like things that'll pop up here or there. But like you want to know, like, oh my gosh, what is the twist or the reveal, or how is he going to solve this mystery as the king?
How
as the
long are the
queen's top
seasons?
dog? About 10 to 11 episodes.
I might be able to pick that up. I'll
Yeah.
see. I'm gonna get black. I mean, the Butler ain't black, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see what we can do.
It's pretty good. The other thing that I've already been watching, I mentioned this before, is Witch Watch. I am thoroughly enjoying the show. If y'all aren't watching it, you're missing out. The animation is off the charts. I forget which studio is doing it.
And what's this one?
But Witch Watch.
Oh yeah. I remember you brought
Um,
that up like a week or two ago.
Yeah, I really like this because one of the things I'm enjoying is that it does a lot of popular anime references. Because the teacher for the homeroom class, she's a secret otaku, and so she doesn't want her students to know. And she's like, when something happens, she's always referencing the anime. So the witch, like the main character, Nico, she did perform magic in a classroom where everybody's desks were like upside down, sideways, all that kind of thing. And the teacher walked in, she was like, "Oh my gosh, did I just walk into the oh my gosh, the Demon Slayer castle?" So she referenced that, the Infinity Castle. She's like, "Did I just walk into the Infinity Castle?" And or she'll reference something from Bleach or Naruto. It's funny. Again, animation is good. Stories easy to watch. I mean, it kind of breaks it up. It's almost like 3 mini episodes in one, but it all flows together. So you kind of want to see where she ends up in her journey. So that's kind of stuff I've been watching. On the new stuff, Mike, you got to trip out on this. So here's one of the titles.
Oh boy, let me get the
It's not a
typewriter
crazy.
out.
It's not one of those, but you're gonna be like, what? So the title is Apocalypse Hotel. So the basis of this is like all civilization on Earth is gone, and the only thing that's left is this one hotel that was pretty much operated by AI robots and machines.
Oh, I think I've seen
But
the trailer for that one.
because there's no humans left, they are kind of stuck in their roles, which is to keep the hotel up and running for whenever a guest could potentially come. They've essentially been doing this for about, I think, almost 1,000 years or 800 years, something like that. It's a very, very long time where like literally everything else is just disintegrated, overrun by forestry, except for this hotel. Like there's the receptionist, she assigns out duties in the morning, and the robots cook meals. And then you have the door greeter, usher, like everything. And they're still waiting for humans to return, but humans obviously are not going to return. But they do get interesting guests, like random aliens will come and stay, and they'll like treat them like human hotel guests. It's hilarious, but it's one of those like
Quick aside,
when you sign up for a job, you don't stick.
It looks pretty though. I like this. It looks pretty.
It really
what
is.
you just described, since we're never gonna get this show again, Zom 100.
Yes.
One of the next arc was gonna actually be that, where they go to an AI hotel and they pick up a AI butler, and they need, of course, since he's an AI, he looks like a little lamb chop, but he's like a giant. He's a man, but he has a sheep head. I don't know, it's weird, but he's like, super reliable. So it was gonna be like that was gonna be one of the next arcs we was gonna get, but
Dang.
We ain't never gonna see that again.
Nah,
I'm gonna have to finish
maybe
reading it.
maybe one day, man. Maybe one day.
Man, I
yeah.
hope, but no
Yeah, I
time.
think I think it'll be. We'll have to enough time. We'll have to go by where we forget about it, and then it's gonna be like we're back, and it's gonna be like a whole
Season
revamp.
2,
Yeah,
Zombs.
it'll be a whole different squad, and it won't
Yeah,
feel the same. And
it's gonna have a new look. The
They
artistic
better,
style will be
man.
different. Yeah.
sadness.
Look, Pat, let me
No,
say this. If y'all bring back Zom, y'all better keep the same look. I don't care
Yep.
who studio do it.
same
Don't
voice actors and everything. They
Yep.
don't
did so
I
you
want
good
everybody
with that
back.
series.
don't you dare half a animate this into a C minus anime. I am lenient on C minus stuff when it's introduced to C minus. Don't you be season 2 of One Punch Man. Don't you do it.
Um, let me see. Oh,
Sadness.
another one. It is called the Gorilla Gods Go To Girl. So this is the world is. I was kind of hesitant to this because I'm pretty sure black people we got things about monkeys. We just like what's going on with this? But I gave it a try. I actually
Hmm.
really enjoy it. I've been watching it week to week, and this is in a world where when you reach a certain age, you inherit a power or skill set of a certain animal. It could be a type of bird, a type of fish, snake, cat, dog, horse, rabbit, whatever. But it's like once in a generation, only one person gets blessed with the gorilla god. And this little petite mousy girl who literally she just wanted an insignificant like animal so she could just like live life normal and not in the spotlight, but she inherits this gift. So like
Wow.
she's like super strong, she don't know how to control her strength. She's like jumping high, she's picking up her classmates. So
She's
her
breaking cups and
teacher,
stuff.
yes, her teacher is like, you should try out for the junior knights. You're strong, you be good, and everybody's looking at her like, why is this girl here? Like, no girl has ever pretended to be a junior knight, but she passes with flying colors, and you just see like this typical teenage girl trying to navigate being a teenage girl in high school, but
Huh.
wants to be an introvert, but literally has the biggest spotlight
Rachel,
on
I
her.
got a question. Can
You know
she beat
what?
can she beat 100 men?
Can she beat 100 men?
Can she beat 100 men if they all attack her?
Yes. She got the thunder cookie.
Oh boy.
She can give out 2 pieces with a biscuit and a side. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
Oh man. You know what? With your description, as I watched the trailer, I'm not particularly against this anime. I'm not sure if I would watch it, but I'm not against it.
I mean, it's one of
Like
those
it looks like it could be some kind of like inspirational kind of sports style kind of. I'm not against it.
it's
Nah.
interesting. I like it just because it's like one of those really super underdog stories, and I'm
Yeah,
just curious to
we
see
always
like
we all we always
where her
need a
journey
story
gonna
about
take
Rudy
her.
or something every now and then. We
Yes,
always
yes.
need a little story with pick you up. So
Uh,
not against it. Not against it.
so
No.
my last two, I'll see if I can try to wrap these up. My last two, one I tried to watch. I even read the little synopsis, and I was like, I'm still gonna give it a chance, even though I know I should have just did automatic red flags. It's called the Shiunji Family Children. Essentially, this wealthy family, one of those big, what they call them, those kill ball families, apparently has like these, I think it's like 8 kids, 2 sets of twins. They're all very gifted in their own right, except for the oldest son. He's just kind of very mediocre, but he's handsome.
Mm-hmm.
On the youngest one's, I think her 14th birthday, the dad decides to tell them all, like, hey, you know what? I know y'all grew up as siblings, but guess what? Y'all aren't really siblings, except for this one set of twins. Y'all are actually brother and sister. The rest of
Wow.
y'all aren't related by blood. We adopted all y'all. Yay! It's okay. So what you think is going to be like this whole power grab ends up turning into where the oldest son, be in mind, it's only 2 boys and it's 6 girls. The oldest son
All right.
somehow it turns into this whole thing where now that they realize they're not related, it's like, oh, you know what? Our older brother, he ain't looking too bad. You know, I mean, we're not related by
Oh
blood.
Lord.
And then he's just like, but wait, we grew up as
Dun, dun,
siblings. But I'm
dun.
kind of noticing like my sisters are like
Of
becoming
course.
what, and it's like I don't know where the story's trying to go. Like,
Oh,
Oh,
I know
I
where it's
know
trying to go.
the trash pile.
I know where it's
that's
trying to
where I'm
go.
leaving it. That's where I'm leaving.
I know
Unfortunately,
where
I
it's trying to
don't really
go. It's
recommend.
trying to
I
it's
can't.
trying
I
to be
can't.
like a sneaky backdoor harem anime. It,
Yeah,
bruh, we ain't got time for that
Yeah.
trash. Like,
yeah. I'm not, I can't. I can't. I mentioned that to say, please don't watch it.
why
Nobody
y'all?
else watch
What Japan? Why y'all always playing around with that family stuff? Y'all,
it. It's like
Look,
come on.
I can't judge because I did watch
No,
one
no,
that's
I
really
can
great.
judge. All
I'm
right,
saying I
stop it.
can't judge because I know what I watched one that was really wild called Living Girlfriend or something like that. It
Mm,
had one of the best piano openers ever.
mm.
I didn't finish it. They would not. Nobody was related, but yeah, it might as well. You know, I'll stop there. I'll just say
All
that.
right.
But
So what you got last, Gail? What you got
It
last?
is
It's
it
called.
is it's anime weird. So yeah.
Yeah,
it
Yeah.
can be. It
it's a
can be.
classic trope. Yeah, I can't. I gave it one episode and I was just like, this is weird. I'm not watching this. But lastly, it's called one that I really fell in love with. It has been like on the Crunchyroll, like one of the most, top popular, like the top two roles when you kind of do your like browse search. It had been up there, but I would always see the image. I'm just like, this is corny as heck. Like, how is it so popular? I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. It comes out, it's English dub, so it's an easy, quick watch. It's currently 6 episodes, and it's called The Unaware Atelier Meister. And this is about this young guy who is beyond OP, but has no clue that he's OP. But like the things that he does, he thinks it's just like normal things, but everybody else is like, that's not normal. For example, he literally helped this one chick to like mine for a particular like gold and like magic crystals, and she's thinking it's going to take like a week to 2 weeks that she needs to like get some money, and literally he wakes up the next morning and he's built like a whole like mine shaft by himself.
Hey.
And he was like, sorry, it took me all day. If I would have woke up earlier, I could have had this done before lunch. And she was like, what? Are you serious? He also built like a whole castle estate in like 3 days. And he was like, this is normal. It usually only takes one day when, in my hometown.
Man,
Or, he was able to like get rid
here.
of a curse that no other like magic individual like mage could like. It's like one of the hardest curses, and it was put on a princess. And he was like, oh, you look kind of sick. Like, let me fix you some like porridge. And he cooked her a meal. She ate it, and then like cured her curse. And he's just like, but he's so naive and so humble. Sweet. He of course started off as a teammate in this one of an adventurers group that treated him like poo-poo, like made him carry everything, said he wasn't worth anything. His name is Kurt, but they called him Kerr, because they just didn't think that he was worth anything. But automatically, they kick him out because they feel like he was worthless. But guess what happens? Everything goes to quit. Nothing works. They ain't able to level up. Nobody got no food. Like all the stuff he did to keep them going. Obviously, nobody else is doing it, so they just like fall apart. But it's a really, really good watch. This
You
is
know what
one
I
of those. He's
noticed?
not even underdog. He's literally OP. But you
Like,
don't see him OP. I'm hoping I get to see it, but I feel like I love following the story.
something I noticed about Gamma's animes, all of Gamma's animes have a similar look. Like, like all of the joints you watch, most of the joints, they have like a similar look. Like I've noticed that. I was looking at these trailers. I'm
Oh,
like,
fantastical.
yeah, you
Fantastical.
be liking them fantastical
World. I
animes.
do.
They
I like
dress
world building. I like
dress real fancy.
Yep, them like
yes.
fantastical,
I
brighter
mean,
colors.
yes.
Hmm
I like some dark stuff, but it's either got to be action based or like
See,
it's got to be
I'm like,
something
where?
like thriller, like
I'm
a
like,
race. I love
where my
watching
shows
that kind of
coming
stuff.
back? All right,
That's what I've
word,
been
word.
binging.
So this what's up. This what's up. And I'm still gotta try the beginning after the end,
Yes,
right?
yes. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
so I
yes.
still got to try that.
Yeah.
I got 3 episodes queued up. I'm gonna give it a shot because there's 3 episodes in English, so I'm gonna try them, see how I feel
I'm going to
because
go back and rewatch. I'm going to go back and rewatch
Gamma
the
said
English.
check it out, so I'm gonna check it out. Now all your stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like, look, if it had been me, we be looking at Hell's Paradise season 2 right now.
It
We'd
is
be looking
coming
at
though. Hell's Paradise season 2 is coming. It's been announced. It's coming. It's coming, Mike.
you know how Japan be doing. They be like, it's coming. I'll be like,
They have announced it's coming the month. They ain't say the date. It's coming next year, January.
eh, I hope
I
they ain't like GTA.
I mean, here's the thing. If
GTA had all
Japan,
y'all hype. Then it was like, here's this trailer. See y'all next year.
I mean, I ain't shot, but at the same
Oh
time
man,
though, they gotta be extra hype though.
it
Look,
does
they
look dope.
have look.
Man, I
We'll
don't
get
play
to
those
that,
type of games, but it does look dope.
but but yeah, I just
Oh
know.
man,
But yeah, those are some like Gamma like some of the I like. That's why I
it's like
love
the
having
warm
Gamma on.
fuzzy kind of animes.
I wouldn't
So,
even say all that, but they
well,
definitely
they
different.
all look warm and fuzzy.
They
Like they all have
look
that kind of
warm.
look. They have that
They
kind of look
fool
where it's like,
you
oh, this is going to be like
until
a
they drop
nice.
you off into the other dimension,
Yeah, because
and
I,
then
that's one thing
curse
I
you.
anime will do.
definitely,
Anime will
I
be like, oh, it's all
definitely,
good.
I just,
Psych.
with anime, especially when Crunchyroll has their platform set up, I mean, it's just so much anime and there's so little time. So now I kind of base it on like, I judge a book by its cover. So I'm looking at that little thumbnail, and if it doesn't look appealing, or if like I'm like
You gotta go.
confused, or I gotta squint trying to figure out like what is even in this image, like what is I don't even know what's going on. Like I'm confused by the image. Like it's
Like,
got to
what is
capture me in
this?
that image. Like, and if it can capture me in that thumbnail, then I'm gonna go and read the little synopsis. If the
All right,
synopsis don't
okay.
sound too sideways, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna give it 1-2 episodes.
All right, word. Now I'm gonna throw this one. Since we're already speaking to you, Gamma, are you caught up with Lazarus?
I am, and I will
How are you feeling
say
about Lazarus right now?
I'm feeling better. I'm
Okay.
thankful for that how do we phrase it? Not necessarily Mission Impossible, but well, I guess maybe kind of a little Mission Impossible spy episode. I appreciated that. That kind of got me back
Okay.
a little invested. I noticed with this episode, the intro, the voiceover was done by Axel.
Hmm.
We got a little bit of his backstory, which again, like I mentioned, in the chat and stuff, like I feel like that, how we never really could connect to the characters because it just feels like they just are all over the place and they like skipped like a bunch of stuff and just dumped us right into the scenario. I think these intros are a way to connect to the characters. And like I said, I went back and listened to them. And I'm like, okay, I see what everybody's struggling. Axel's thing, which I kind of felt bad for him. He was just like, everybody hyped up this happening stuff. And I was like, in prison. And, somebody was passing around. So he's like, I just gave it a try because I was bored. But it didn't do anything for me. I guess I'm just one of the few people it doesn't work on. And I guess, but it doesn't matter. Even if you only tried it once, like, you're still destined to die. And I was like, dang. Would
Like
that not suck? You only took it once, but you still messed up, and it didn't have no
Dang.
fit. But I appreciate this episode because it was still kind of that spy feel to it. I definitely was kind of like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? Like, what's gonna happen? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh! Like, we got to see the tech girl, Elena. We got to see her skill set, her strong suit. We didn't really get to kind of show her hand in that last episode. She was really more behind the scenes. This episode, it was all her. And I'm kind of disappointed because I'm like, you must handpick the creme de la creme, so to speak, of hackers and tech geniuses.
well, to be fair,
And I'm just like, you got your butt handed to you by the girl who kept saying like, What did
She
she say?
did
Oh my god,
hardcore. But she
hardcore.
did say there's three hackers, her, blah blah blah, and 909. They got rid of 909, so the other girl kind of handed a butt to her. But she did get the signal. She just, for some reason, they didn't realize that she had a mobile truck. That you think that they would figure that out, especially that big old truck. Like the police didn't even think that was suspicious. But
Look, do you find that suspicious? Do you find that suspicious?
like
Coco, just a little bit.
just a smidge. It was a
Yo,
double decker
And then to
here's
find out that they knew about the potential side effects and like, you know, the one of the first test monkeys, you know, died. It's almost just like it's kind of scary because it's almost like, I mean, they didn't know, but they kind of
we ain't got
knew,
but 21 days
but
left,
they
or
didn't.
21, 24 days, something like that.
What I
It's
loved about
24.
this episode, it pretty much confirms that Hop is probably going to kill him. So it's like this ain't really made up. Like
Yo,
they hear at least.
also, like, you know what? Finish your point. Finish your point.
I do love that, we're going down the rabbit hole, but I'm gonna make a point, and I know Mike I know what you probably gonna say. I got an idea.
Right.
It is like the dog chasing his tail. However, they get tidbits along the way. So you meet a president who just like, look, man, we screwed. Like I'm a greedy corpo, but we didn't know it was gonna be like he was gonna do this to us.
Yeah.
But I'm changing my mindset. Like I was already in on this show, but I'm now changing my mindset on how to view this show. And somebody said something that was like, okay, this is very Watanabe. I know, look, I am a fanboy of his, but I ain't say he can't do no wrong. But clearly, with say a less of episode count of say. I know everybody want to compare it to Cowboy Bebop. You only got like 12 episodes.
Watanabe wants to compare it to Cowboy Bebop, not us. The dude did the whole style guide and everything.
Just wear it for me. Just hear me out.
My bad.
Because of the time frame. I'm not saying that, but we have to kind of play a little bit with shortcut. Look, man, budgets. I don't know, bro. Adult Swim only, WB. But this is really kind of an anthology in some ways of just sci-fi ideas and different themes that he's tackling. And it will have a loose overarching thing. Because the next episode was going to be we find out where the computer hacker girl come from in the preview. So it's going to be somebody else's thoughts, but then we're going to look into her. We're going to visit where she came from. So I know you want it to be like Leverage. I know you wanted that post-pounding thing. The action is good when they action. I don't mind the weird stuff of it. Like I said, it has that Adult Swim glow that makes me feel it warm. And I'm used to it. But I get where some criticism may come. Like, did it sell you something else that you thought it was going to be? Maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah, it was like,
that is
it's
kind of
Cowboy Bebop, y'all. It's gonna be Cowboy Bebop. And
I
we were
don't
like,
think nobody ever said that,
bruh. The whole style guide, characters, everything said that. We didn't.
That's his style.
People didn't just watch this. Did Carolyn Tuesday look like this? No. Like the
characters look like that, but I'm just saying.
But you know what I mean. Like the marketing for it. Like the opening, it was definitely pushing us into a nostalgia idea of Bebop.
I guess
with a John Wick.
But now that we know what it is,
because I'll say this:
that's what they sold me.
They wanted us to assume an intimacy between the characters that they had never really built up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And with that said, when this episode ended, I said out loud to myself, I was just like, I guess this is just going to be an okay anime.
I mean, it's just cool.
I guess
chill.
But see, this
low-fi vibes, man.
It's Watanabe. It's not supposed to be okay. Like I should be super sold on it. I should be hype about this, like I'm hype about Fire Force, or like I'm hype about To Be Hero X. Like this is Watanabe, man. We got like, come on.
But he don't necessarily do superheroes in that way. I'm not saying you
I
got to be
didn't say it
superhero
has to be a superhero. I'm
or
saying it's not good. This is just okay.
it's
And
okay.
honestly,
It's
if I,
chill.
honestly, if his name wasn't behind it, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I would have dropped it in this episode. I would have been done. But his name's on it, so I'm gonna finish it out. I'm just keeping it real. This episode, homegirl Elaine ain't got no energy for me. Her line reading was poor.
You talking
Then the
about
girl,
the head of Lazarus,
I don't know
the old
the
lady?
nah the hacker chick.
I
Uh,
mean,
her line reading
she's.
was whack. Then the hacker that beat
Elena.
her, the hacker that beat her,
That's
she
now
was
that was very Watanabe, where somebody just kind
yes.
of
I don't
does
know. It was
that
like
thing.
popcorn,
But
like popcorn something.
my thing is, at least she had some energy and some excitement in her
I mean,
voice.
she's a
Every
nutcase.
time we've seen the hacker chick, I've been like, I do not care. Then one of
You were
Axel's
giving Ed
line readings
vibes.
in this episode, I was just like, yo, did he just do this after he woke up? And like, I'm not the line reading guy. That's Ninja's thing.
I'm gonna
But
say
this
this.
episode, I was like, this is a bridge too far.
Next
I
episode, you're gonna
shan't do
find
it.
out more about it later. That's
Wow,
it.
I'm gonna find out more about a character I don't like, and it's
Maybe
making me
they will
bored.
change her mind, and they will have that arc that will be like, this is why
Yo,
she's. I mean, can I spoil
this
a
episode
smidge?
was
It's
their
on the preview.
chance.
Can I spoil it a little bit? They already did a preview of it.
Sure, sure. Go ahead.
She grew up in a cult. That's why she acts this way. So it's gonna be something
I can
that's
see that.
explained why she's kind of this or what made her
all
get out.
right.
So it's good. Like I'm like once I saw that, I'm like, okay,
I
that
don't.
explains something.
I just feel like
All
if the
right.
pace is going, I don't know if we know officially how many episodes we're getting. But if we're getting 10 or 12 episodes, I don't see them. I don't see this getting renewed because I think they're going to end up rushing it the last 2 episodes and not in a good way.
Yeah.
Oh,
We might get like 1 or 2 really cool like
Yeah. How many episodes is this
I'm
action
a
supposed to be?
spy scenes, but
12.
like it's going to miss the mark.
But
12.
I'm gonna be
Like
honest
we're,
with y'all. What was
Whoa.
one of the theories I
12. We're
told you?
already halfway through this joint, man. If you
What
don't
was
get
I'm
it,
but Mike?
saying like this ain't
What
getting a
was
season 2.
But think about it. This is that now that we know some things. This is 15 years before Cowboy Bebop. What happened in Bebop to Planet Earth? It's gone. So it has to. In theory, they have lost.
I thought
Probably
there were people still on Earth during Bebop, just not
the
a lot of them.
only people who are on Earth are trash. They are not to be trusted. It's
Well,
like
true.
Gundam. If you are Earth, bro, you are in a terrible way. You do not want to be on planet Earth. You either on
True.
Earth to scavenge it
Because I
or to
remember
commit
they were talking
crime.
about people in Mars like it was like a ritzy thing. So
If you on Earth in Watanabe's universe, you have failed.
I
By
guess
the time Bebop
I'll just
started,
watch this to the end.
You
I'm
you
just
only go to Earth to like get some repairs and get some supplies or spice or whatever, like they say, some weird stuff, and you get off of there. Only old people or hoodlums or the thugs or people who are messing over people stay on Earth. That is the thing. So I don't know if they're gonna succeed in stopping Dr. Skinner. It might have been the whole about the journey along the way before death. Because the ending of this show, I mean, just look at the ending. They all dropped on the ground and they get up. Then a few of them get up to look up. They probably fail.
it's just it's just sad. But I'll throw
I'm
it to
sorry,
Dub.
Mike.
Dub,
I
how
wish
you
you
feel?
liked
How you
it.
feeling about Lazarus, Dub? How you feeling about it?
I mean, I don't know. I still dig it. Like you said, it's
It's okay.
not- yeah, it's okay. It's a big okay.
It's like
It's not getting the blood pumping. This is lo-fi anime.
I mean, I do like the music still.
yeah.
Yeah.
Music comes through.
The elements that Watanabe is usually very good at, like with the music and the action sequences. This continues to be that, but it's just like,
I mean, I did like the elevator fight.
Man, I like. I'm sorry. I I like animes that like make me fall in love with the character.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and,
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that
and
elevator scene almost put me to sleep too. Cause I'm like, what is happening? Until the
It
last like little bit.
the elevator
like
fight didn't super work for me.
It did. They
It
tried too
started
hard.
off a
They
little
tried too
strange
hard.
because it was like quiet, and I'm like, why are you grabbing his face? Like, I don't know what's going on. Then it's, they beating the hell out. He beating the hell out of him. I mean, I just
It's
don't.
like
I
I see
mean,
how it was supposed to be dope, but it just wasn't. And I don't know. It seemed like it went on too long because it wasn't good. It's it's almost like they put everything that was great into episode 1 and 4, and then everything else they were like, we're just gonna coast by because y'all love Bebop, right? It's like
I hate to
I don't
admit it.
know.
Now, I mean, like I said, I like it, but I can see why it's not the greatest anime. I dig it. I would watch
Look,
it
let's
over and
be
over again for
honest.
what I'm watching.
If this wasn't Watanabe, you be talking about this like you talked about Solo Leveling. Be honest. Be for
No,
real.
I don't think so.
You be like, this
Solo
joint's
Leveling
not
has
good.
Solo Leveling had. I actually, first of all, you misquoted me. Solo Leveling is good. I hate the character. I hate the main character.
I think Solo Leveling, the
But
protag, like
you still
he's
wouldn't be
so
giving this like kudos every week or something like that. You know
I
what
would
I'm
be
saying?
more confused. I wouldn't have a direction of it because I think because Watanabe, I think is gonna because they're not gonna be a season 2 of this. I don't see this doesn't have season 2 vibes because
Nope.
I think they all die. Like because
I don't think there's enough people. Like people aren't really cutting up over it like I
I
expected.
mean it's
Nope.
built. I think it's literally built to be a Watanabe one off season. Like I don't.
Mm.
He don't do season 2. He don't do season 2. So it's going to end in about 6, 7 episodes. Either they go win or these people gonna die, and it's gonna be leading up to Bebop.
And
Just
Dr.
like
Skinner is gonna say, see, I told you.
yeah,
Like
and it's
nothing.
gonna be yes, like what Marcus say, it's gonna be some weird psychological philosophical thing, and this is why you had to die because you weren't taking care of the planet. Now I'm gonna blow up Earth, and Earth is gonna rot, and then it's gonna be like this, and then y'all gotta go to Mars.
That everybody's gonna have to go to Mars.
And then you need to rewatch Space Dandy for more fun. For the fun side of Watanabe, to find out this weird side of Earth, what they're doing of the universe, what they're doing in far out space, like it's like red. That's like the red dwarf of his universe, you know. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I
I,
need to
you know
finish
what? I'm gonna
Space
leave.
Dandy.
I'm gonna leave. Matter of fact, me too, because I only watched like the first five
I
or six
watched it.
episodes. I liked it, and then I
This
just
is
fell off.
crazy. Space Dandy is one of those things that because I didn't know I was going to get more series from him, I didn't finish it on purpose because I didn't want to end it. But I need to go back and rewatch it from the
Yeah.
beginning because I love Space. I love the character of Space Dandy. I love the voice actor. I met him. He's a good voice actor. You know his voice, and Rachel probably have met him. He does the voice of Brooke from One Piece, so he's a good dude. Entertaining. He's funny, man. It is like it gives me what that this series ain't giving me. This series, I feel like, you know what I feel like? It would have been cool for winter anime. It doesn't really say spring at it.
Nah.
Like this would have been cool in
Wow.
winter. I feel like you drink a nice tea, drink some coffee, you put your big hoodie on, and you just get cozy or
Oh
something.
man. Well, look, we've been running long. I'm gonna hit one more anime. I'm gonna throw it to Dub. Dub, have you seen the newest episode of To Be Hero X?
I have, and
Yes,
um,
yes.
yeah, man, it still does it for me. The fourth episode 4, I think I don't know, man. It was probably the best in the series. So
Yeah.
but this episode, like, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, they
You kind of pull for this character.
yeah.
The funny thing, it's done in sort of like this anthology way where we step away from the main story for this episode, and we still end up like we stepped away from the main story, and I wasn't mad about it. I was like, yo, this guy is interesting, and like it's kind of sad what he's going through, and then oh my god, the way they display heroism in this show, it's just very unique and many times inspiring. And I was just like, I like this.
Yeah,
I'm
that
digging it.
that part, Mike. Like I did not go into this expecting the inspirational part, but yo, like the main man, like not the main, this character, I don't remember his name.
Isol. Was it
Isol,
Isol or was it
yeah,
Isol? Isol. I think
Isol.
Isol.
That's what they were calling him, Isol. Yeah, Isol. Man, the last fight scene, um, you know, on this world, like the heroes are powered by belief.
Hmm.
Like the more the public believes in them, the more powerful they become. They have some technology that like when people believe in you, it'll unlock something in you and give you powers. Isol is he's a he's pretty much a cosplaying act.
Yeah, he's
No,
kind of like he is like he's like a
yeah,
cosplay actor, like
cosplaying actor.
kind of like those people that dress up in Star Wars, like a Disney World or whatever. And they interact with the kids or something like that, and do like little performances, or like the people at what is it, Avengers Academy, in California, and they dress up in like Spider-Man, and they like meet the kids and stuff. That's what he does. So he pretends to be a hero all the time, and then he meets his moment, and he steps up in this moment, and it's like, wow. And just
And
seeing that
you
belief
know what
through the child's eye, man, I was like, yo,
he
y'all doing it.
so this ep cool uh Isol, he's kind of ashamed because he feels like it's almost the equivalent. He's cosplaying as a real hero who hasn't shown his real face, um,
Oh,
and that the real hero's giving us he's giving us a speech, and it's during this speech you're like you hear the speech in the background, but Isol has his moment, and Isol fights off. He well fights off is really overestimating. He's getting his butt whooped by these two guys who kidnapped this kid who is in his charge, and he got a thing for the kid's big sister, but the kids her ex-boyfriend keep popping up and throwing salt in the
He
game.
do. He be showing up at
Oh
the
man, that
worst
cat pop
times.
up
is
so
this
much. Like
Baton Rouge? Is this Baton Rouge? I don't know, man.
Right,
Mark, this sound like something. This sound like your life. I don't know, man.
bruh. He keep popping up, and it's like I
What?
I be
The
wanting to
worst
hit him.
times.
Yeah,
All
he
right, now
always.
y'all about to get me to turn it on. Like, all right, now I'm
Look,
in. I'm in. I'm in.
so her kid brother, he calls him out. He was like, "Bro, you're acting like a hero. Why won't you just be one?" And he was like, "Man, I'm not really cut like that, you know."
Yeah.
But the kid, they kidnapped the kid. Isol, there's a bike chase scene.
Yeah, like
He
what he
chasing him
goes
on
through
his
to get
on his
that kid
bike.
back is what heroes do. You know what I'm
Like
saying? It's kind
he
of like
went
My
stuff
Hero
like
and
that.
Vigilantes. The
He
same
rolled
thing.
up on them, yeah, bro. He rolled up on these dudes. He knew he couldn't beat them, and they start beating his tail. But the little boy who called him out was like, he couldn't believe. He's like, man, he's really fighting for me.
Yep.
Like he yells out to him, "I believe in you." And then you see this spark almost shoot from the little boy, run straight into Isol's heart. His heart
Oh,
starts pounding. They swinging
He
him
gets
like
that second
throw
win,
at him.
man.
He catch it. He have like an electric charge shoot through his body.
so my
That
question
one
is,
little dude having that belief in him,
how
it
many
empowered him.
animation styles do they do this episode?
Yeah.
I know they do about three. Sometimes pull out three, at least
Yeah,
two,
they
three.
actually do about three different
I think,
animations.
Hey,
yeah, I think there's like two or three in this one,
But
but I
it's
actually
visually
like the
beautiful,
mixed
bro.
media style of this
I
show,
like
man.
it
Like
too,
I
man.
do. It's I dig. Like I
I
never
don't know.
thought.
I don't know if like
When I saw the
everyone's
trailer for this
response to
show,
be to be Hero X. I don't know how people are responding to it. I like it.
yeah.
Every
Like when I saw the
every
trailer,
week
I
it
didn't
gives
think I
me
was gonna
something
like it
new
like this.
to keep me watching.
to
So
be honest, from what I just kind of come across a little bit in my bubble, I think the anime community loves it. And unfortunately, I don't know. It's like Lazarus is kind of like just chill. They basically kind of turned their back on all the Adult Swim produced stuff. Unfortunately, Lazarus, not say
Right.
Lazarus, but Uzumaki put a crater in that, and they just was hating on.
yeah,
They are counting. They basically counting. They not they. I know we love Ninja Kamui, but we're like seem like some of the few, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Now I
it
think
seemed
Ninja
like don't
Kamui is
nobody like
coming
it.
back, but nobody is happy about these three releases in whole. Like they like Lazarus is like okay, it's getting
Yeah.
okay at best.
Now, at the
Like
same time, Lazarus, I'm gonna keep it real with you right now. Coop said you got 12 episodes. So if this was episode 5, if you give us 7 bangers, I'll forget about these first. Well, I'll say 3 because I like 2 of the first 5 episodes. So if you give us 7 bangers after this, that
yeah,
look,
I'm
I
man,
just
liking.
that's
Like
enough to forget about the first 5.
I
I
just
didn't.
said they gonna
I'll
go
say
to the
I'll
girls
say this,
Coke
cool,
girls history.
But that
cool.
could still be good. Just because we're learning about history doesn't mean it's not good. It could still be a good episode. So it's up to
Possibly.
them. You know,
I
it's
think
up
it's
to
gonna
y'all.
be. I think we're just gonna get okay. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be all right. Sometimes you get that B
Mm,
plus, A
mm.
minus.
And get that. Nah, we about B minus level.
I ain't go just for the look of low. I can't give it a
All
B
right,
minus yet.
B. Well, I'll settle
Is
at a
it is
B.
it is it a B range? B minus. I'm usually I'm more lenient because I'll be like, all right, you can look a little ugly, but if like our favorite dude,
Oh, you're a C plus hero.
Demon Lord 29.99.
Oh no, Demon Lord
That's a
is way
B.
better than this joint. Like Demon Lord, Demon Lord came through.
Demon Lord was it. It actually came through.
Like the animation level isn't on this level, but
That's
it's
what I'm saying. Like
but like the story
the
was enough
actor.
to hold it up. Like the actor, the
That
voices.
one actor is an MVP. He is
He's so
Jokic
he's like
on
he's so pompous,
he
but
is
he's still
Jokic
like when
on the
he's
Denver Nuggets. He is doing
Oh
a
man.
Jokic level. Like he was doing MVP,
you
40
crazy.
points, 20 assists, 10 rebounds,
So
and
basically,
clearing
you
out.
saying the show was the Denver Nuggets, but he was like Iverson and Melo, like on there, giving it their all, trying to,
Nah, nah, he was Jokic. Shout out to them.
oh,
But look, he won the ring. So I'm saying he won the ring on the Denver Nuggets and won 3 MVPs. Now it really should be like 1.5, which
uh,
about maybe 2.
oh man,
You
but
shouldn't be
yeah,
no 4, possible 4.
but this show, man, this is a show whose trailer I was like, oh man, this looks kind of interesting, and now it's my favorite show this season.
No,
Like, I mean,
I
of the
did
new
not
shows, because I mean,
expect
of
to
course, Fire Force
like it
doesn't really
this much.
count because they're not new. But yeah, the show, man, way better than I expected it to be, and I love
Yeah.
how it displays heroism, how it talks about celebrity culture, hero worship, all that stuff. It's a dope package they got going on with this.
Say, bro, when the heroes, because it was the same with Fake Nice with what's his name? Is it Lin Ling?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it was Lin
like
Ling.
when man, everything about him was he looked up to Nice. He actually started trying to do everything to be like Nice,
Mhm.
and when he got exposed, he didn't fold.
Nope.
It actually brought out the hero in him.
He met that moment, man. He
Just
stepped
as
up. He
himself,
was
bro.
brave. He was courageous. Like
Mike, you know what?
this
It
is
really
this is
to
like
be
all
about
these. If you have the
to
heart
be a
like Captain
hero.
America, you're gonna be alright in this show.
Say, bro, meeting the moment. That's what it's about. meeting the
Hmm.
moment when you thrust into it, because
Yep.
both of them dudes are kind of like, I'm not this. I'm not a hero.
You know,
I look up to them. I admire them. I'm not that.
it's
But
the
when they
part of
when they
it's the
put in
part of the
that
Matrix when Neo stops running. You know what I'm saying? When
yeah, bro.
he's like, you know what? I ain't running no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fight Agent Smith right here in the subway. Whatever happens is gonna
Say,
happen.
bro.
That it's that moment.
I love when people stand up to bullies, and I think I think that's the innate part of us that to be hero X teaches us, because
Yep.
they always talk about anybody in the right situation can be a hero.
Hmm.
Like it's way better than I expected.
Yeah.
I didn't know if anybody else was gonna be feeling it. I'm like, yeah, this is good. I
But
watched it twice this week. I'll be honest.
yeah, this
I have to
show.
say, for Mark to watch something twice, and like, even though I in solidarity with Mark, because I'm the guy who always wants him to review something. I am so happy he found the anime he is clearly into. Besides the big ones, like this is a big one, but it's still kind of
Yeah, it's kind of
it's
it's like
not
a
for what
small anime. It's not
it's
it's
not
not
it's
Dragon
not
Ball,
Jap
One
it's not Jap
Piece,
well, it's not even
Bleach,
Japanese per
Naruto.
se, because you know
Yeah,
how that goes. So it's not something that's just inherently built unless people really knew it from the thing,
yeah.
from what it originally was. And it has become like, okay, these people clearly spent the money on animation and whatever and know how to rotate that. So, which is bizarre, but cool. Like China said, they're gonna do something different. You
Yeah,
know,
I like it. I
Cool.
like how they're doing it.
When you watch this episode and you see that the hating ex boyfriend that keep popping up, you let me know how you feel.
yeah,
You gonna hit me up and be like, bruh,
But like, why are
I
you
want to
always
run into
here?
him,
Why are
hey
you
man,
always here? I thought you
bro.
were
What
the ex-boyfriend. Why are you always here?
when old boy when he trying to meet his moment throughout each episode, every time he try to meet his moment, old boy pop up with some flowers. Man, get
Ain't nobody
uh
think about you.
your tomcat self out of here.
I'm just saying, this story goes real different in real life. So he better be happy that old boy trying to be a hero and not a villain.
Yeah, true that. But I'll throw it over to Coop. Coop, we've been on long. Final thoughts. Where can they find you?
Final thoughts. I'm gonna make this real quick. I'm gonna do Windbreaker real quick. Still a lot of nothing, but it's cool. Like I mean, just gonna
We
sum
just
it up.
hanging out right
We
now.
just kind of
I
hanging out.
watched it. Uh,
He's healed
Sakura
up.
is still learning how to have feelings.
Still learning to be a human. But I
Yeah.
mean, it was cool. He like, hey man, I've really been on my own. My life is kind of sad, pathetic, in so many words. And they like, they put their arm around him, forgive him. We met a
Mike,
new, we met,
I
met
had
one
to
of.
text Coop and Camp. Shout out to Camp. I was like, y'all, why is Windbreaker trying to make me have emotions this week?
Hey, look, I'm just saying, I'm not mad at it, but at the
It
same
did.
time,
It did.
it was cool. Like I feel like soccer. Like look, one thing you can say, that whole little tightrope where they do the pencil sketch stuff.
Oh yeah.
And that is a good reflection of soccer's in the mind and a person who's just
Yeah, I like
don't
that.
have nothing. And then he's like having people put their arm around him. Like, y'all, don't worry
Yeah,
about
he
there's
just ain't
adults.
used to it, man.
Don't worry about
I
that
get it.
there's no adults and none of that in reality. Don't worry about that. The thing is
Don't ask for the
about your
teachers is that.
friends carrying you on to lift you up and they're behind you.
Turn that part of your brain off and just embrace
Don't
the power of friendship.
Yes, because it's also kind of like dealing with mental health a little bit. Because I mean,
Yeah.
it really is like a good, just a good look into like, man, like
Juxtaposition. I got you.
juxtaposition, and I just don't like I can't, like what he said, I can't relax because I feel like I'll fall off, and it's like, ooh yeah, he's tortured. Like that's some good voice acting with the
It-
writing,
it-
whatever.
It was
Mhm.
cool.
Whatnot.
I watched it in the
So-
Japanese, and I was like, yeah, this is like these cats are. He was like, I can't relax, I'll fall, and they like, we
And
got
shut
you,
up, man.
baby.
We got you.
Yeah,
We
you ain't
got
gotta worry about it.
And
you-
let me slap you, and don't you be like this ever again.
Yeah, they I like that they got on his time about that. They was like, man, you around here, or we so happy with how you handle yourself
Like,
around here.
bro, like you're our leader, bro, for our class. Like, come on
You the
now, lead
only one
us.
beating yourself up. Everybody else happy.
Like, bro, like
We got
please.
you.
Yeah, we
Like
chilling.
even Sewell was like, found out Sewell doesn't like one weird fruit. I don't know, just strange stuff. Then we met the one of the kings, and he's just like, we put it like this. Like, I would keep this PG a little bit. Me and Mark, we talk about this. All I'm saying is, somebody who lives that lifestyle, don't test their hands if they in a gang, y'all. They in a gang for a reason. So we
Yeah,
gonna see this person probably crush somebody's skull in before it's all over.
yeah. It's
Trust me,
probably
I
not gonna
know.
be because everybody in that crew got, you know, some type of
So,
fight skills.
but it was
I
cool. He
mean,
was just
except the
like,
one dude that be
Yeah, but you know
just
what?
the one.
Everybody know he ain't got no hands, and they be like, "Get
the
behind me, man! I
the
got you."
Taka. He's the Takamichi of it all. Shout out to Tokyo Revengers.
Oh man. Anyway,
Like,
go ahead.
but
Let him finish.
shout out to Windbreaker, man. It's like it's nothing, but it's something. I don't
Yeah,
like
he's
it's
growing right
uh,
now.
it's I'm telling you, it's like your little stupid friend or your little stupid cousin or nephew that you don't have no hope for, and then they turn out to be alright. So just let him be, He thugging, he gonna figure it out one day, but he gonna crush some. They gonna crush some heads very soon. I do need him to crush some heads, like in my next episode.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he's like feeling
the next, flip kick. I'm
nothing
telling you,
more
the
than
next couple of
feeling.
whenever they get to battles, I don't know what's up, but it's gonna happen. Next thing you know, I gotta give love to Loser Ranger.
Oh yeah.
I haven't gone back to reading it. I like this art. It's still gonna be bizarre. I still want you to go back and try it again, Mike, because I feel like it's. I know you want things wrapped up in a nice steamboat. It ain't that, but
No, it's not that. I just finished being like, you know what? I think I'm good. Not that
okay.
I don't like the show. I do, but I'm like, yo, bro, what are we doing? I don't even know what's
A
going on
lot.
no more.
You ain't gonna quite know what's going on.
But I
Like
do want to see Red get his just due. You know what I'm saying? I
it's
want him
go.
to get beat down.
It's gonna be a while. I mean, like I said, Red ain't even the worst one possibly.
Oh dang.
Like I'm telling you, this whole world is foobar. This whole
Dang.
world is messed up. like it's a weird kind of like horror show vibe, circus act. This is
Wow.
all a facade of not I mean the main villain, the way he comes on, he's like, oh hey, it's a puppet show time. And like the way he's just talking to you, like this is demented. And like they're dealing with the snake boss because they each have an animal one who you get to learn more about the girl with the Green Ranger cadet. So
Oh,
he's
okay,
on the
okay.
green team now. So the girl who's like the typical angry high school girl, delinquent, but she's like one of the main people now. That's his teammate, and it's pretty much the green team is gonna pretty much know he's a monster. Like it's gonna happen. Like people gonna know he's a monster. Some people, not like
Got
red
you.
and yellow and them. Like of course the yellow girl, the yellow ranger, her story is gonna be insane when you figure that out. Like I know, I still don't quite all the way know even as much as I read. It's gonna be bizarre. But they're all doing just so illegal stuff. But Green Ranger may be okay. But it's like if
Okay.
you were part of the Rangers, you still kind of like a part of the problem. Like it's just like a disease. Like I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it. I guess like if you're a good person, but if you join the army, you got to go, take care of an innocent village. It's kind of like that vibe. But Green is not necessarily a bad guy, but he's just kind of, he's there. But you find out who the Green Ranger is because he's the one who never showed his face.
Uh
But he looks totally different from the way he acts when he transforms. But but the green team is really just uh Hibiki or Loser Ranger, if you will, Fighter D, the girl with the mouth grill, and the Green Ranger. There's no other green team because they all got murdered in an accident situation with the snake boss. So they're kind of dealing with that, the fallout of that. They're kind of trapped in this high school where the day repeats over and over again. It's a Groundhog Day situation. He's able to
Okay.
like twist reality to be like give people what they want. People been gone missing. So
Mm.
the action is like it's. I still love it. Like they do the thing where the words slide up on their face. They be like, get these words out the way. Like it's still funny. They still has this, like I say, it has this weird, like it's like if it made an anime. It's like or something. It's just weird, strange, and you know it's unsettling and it does not make sense. The heroic parts get heroic, but ain't nothing straightforward. And,
All
and
right,
like
that's what's
and
up.
you honestly understand why D is like everybody needs to die. He's like, I'm on my side. I'm gonna kill the boss monsters. I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna do that, but it's not gonna be he's straightforward. This is a world full of gray. Like there ain't
Gotcha.
really a lot of good in it. I don't know. So I'm gonna watch this whole season. I might get to the point where if I finish picking up reading it, I may not watch the rest of the anime and be like, all right, it's over. And if I however I finish it first, that's gonna be my iteration of the end of it. And I'll probably just pick something else up. It still look cool, but other than that, yeah. And I guess we'll talk about the GTA thing on the video game thing, but just since there's
Yeah, we'll
anime
talk
there,
about that later.
it just looks good. I'll just say that. But you know, check me out, Blurred period ISH on IG, Keith Cooper on Facebook, Blurred underscore IS on Twitch. I'm sure these are a lot of bots, but if you're trying to self promote the wrong way, you will get banned on the Twitch. More than likely, you're a bot, but if you're a human and you hear this, please do not be stupid. I do not play with that because nobody allows me to do things. So I ain't trying to disrespect y'all space, so don't disrespect mine. So that's where you can find me at.
All right, word, Dub. Final thoughts. Where can they find you?
Final thoughts. We got a lot of good anime we own, and I y'all like I said, man. If y'all haven't checked out To Be Hero X yet, check it out because I definitely have enjoyed it way more than I expected to, and like I say, every week it gives me a reason to come back. So if y'all haven't been checking it, y'all come check it. And y'all being so hard on Lazarus, it's cool.
It's
It's
chill, you know.
cool.
It's cool,
It's all
baby.
right. It's all right.
You know,
It's
you
it's a
know,
nice.
All right.
it's not Frosted Flakes. That's great. It's semi Frosted Flakes with a little orange tomcat, and he be like, "They alright."
I feel
All
like
right.
it's a good weed session. If I don't smoke, but it's like a vape session. Like Mark, you know what I'm saying? When you just chill, you
It's
just
like
take a nice drink. You just
I
like,
do
all right.
not, sir. I don't know what you're
Ah,
talking about.
okay, yeah, okay. Oh,
I
sorry.
don't participate in the clouds.
Yes, the
you don't know about
clouds.
that.
Whoops, my bad.
Anyway, y'all, I'm Mark Dub on IG, Mark Dub 44 on other the other thing, and I'm Mark Wallace in real life. Y'all and y'all can find me very easily at all three places. 'Cause I'm always there.
All right, word up, word
I'm
up.
in real life most of the time.
All right, then final thoughts for me. We got what? How many shows? About 10 shows we brought up. With there's tons of shows out there, y'all. So
Yeah, man.
y'all, there's a lot to watch. So I
I'm
did
still gonna go back to Gundam. I
no
just got to get back on it.
no
Yo,
complaints.
I was looking at it today. Like I gotta get on this.
I gotta
And we
make a weekend
I
for
still gotta
Gundam.
get what's the other one, Mike? Jeez.
What
On
Gundam
Netflix.
G-Quux or
I
Moonrise?
That's
just want to call it
Moonrise.
Moonraker.
Moonrise.
Moonrise.
Yeah.
Moonrise and Supercube. I still got to start Supercube. At least I
Oh
know
yeah.
just shout out to you, Mark, bringing up that fight. I think that's kind of close to the end, but that fight clip, oh my god.
Yeah, bro.
If
Super cute.
Supercube is like that the whole time.
Hey, the first episode when y'all dive in, like man, everybody on
And,
the dive team, they dive in,
and
boy.
Super Cube is another, I think, Chinese or
It's
Korean
Chinese.
hybrid.
Yeah.
Chinese are coming. Like,
Yeah,
look, they
coming
started to
with it,
do
bro.
a
Hold on,
lot
I
of the
ain't
Dragon
never,
Ball.
I ain't heard of this Super Cube, but I'm gonna get up on it because I'm looking at Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So
Look,
they
they
fighting
throwing
like this?
hands, feet,
Oh,
elbows, and toes,
oh,
boy.
word. Okay, okay, okay. All right, Super Cube, you on my radar now. So I got you. You just Super Cube. You just hold on, hold your mule. I we
I
here.
feel Mike. I we know you, bro. You gonna like Super Cube.
Oh, Super Cube
You
look like
gonna like it, bro.
we
You gonna
Yeah.
we
like.
we gonna be on that. Just let me get through this weekend. But anyway, with that said, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, guys, go on and subscribe, share all that good stuff. We're going to 10K. We're gonna get to 10K, and then after 10K, I don't know. We're gonna have some more fun. But until the next time, it's just us telling you, peace.
Y'all
Sorry.
give Lazarus a little break, man. Give Lazarus a little slack.
Little break.
Love the Lazarus.
Especially you young weebs.
A little
Y'all
break.
just be hating on Watanabe. Great.
They. Oh man, we out.